And now the projection of the administration of President Bola Tinubu for 15% inflation for 2025 has continued to be a matter of concern. The Nigeria Bureau of Statistics have, of course, actually given an update from the Consumer Price Index. According to them, there has been a drop of our inflation to 24.48%. But a question many have asked and reacted is this impactful on the life of Nigerians? And about the numbers, away from the numbers, what is the impact about all of these? I'm being joined tonight by a political analyst and African system expert. He joins us from UK. Larry Toluhi is my guest tonight. Thanks so much for sparing some of your hours and your evening with us on the show. Very briefly, the issues of inflation in Nigeria there's a turnout of events. We're now having a projection of 24, even when they have actually given an explanation as to how we have arrived on this based on the new baseline. But what matters to many is how impactful is this number with the life of every Nigerian. What is your reaction about all of this?
Good evening, my brother, and good evening, everyone at home. It's funny, for me, the president projected that he wanted to get to 15%. Now, all of a sudden, the National Bureau for Statistics is saying, okay, we have gone to 24.48%. Can you ask yourself, what is the market? What is the price of goods and services? What is the price of food in the market? How much are Nigerians paying for a crate of egg, bag of rice, bag of salt, and other things in the market? Has it reduced? If it has not reduced, which you are knowing as at this moment has not reduced. So for me, that figure is a cooked up figure because somebody somewhere just wants to get something because it's a sharp bang, a 10% decrease in inflation. Anything that was going for 10 naira, for example, should at least gone to 950, if not 9 naira or 850. But let's even say it has gone for 9, at least 9 naira. It hasn't gone. Inflation is still there. You are still paying for what you are paying as at last month, as at last month, as at last 3 months, if not even higher. So how are they not getting to the drop in inflation? You see, these are the things we do in Nigeria. We like to brandish figures, everybody's brandishing data and figure and all that. But these things is not rocket science. These things are things that we should be able to feel, we should be able to get the impact of them. But ask the market woman and ask every ordinary citizen, every Nigerian in the market that goes to the market, what is the price of goods and services? What is the price of commodity in the market? It is still high, even higher than what it was as of last week. So how are they coming to tell us inflation has dropped? I don't think inflation has dropped because inflation has dropped. You will see it. Here in the UK, they said that inflation has dropped. They set up a new thing for those that is borrowing. It came down from 4.75 to 4%. And even those that borrowed, they have sent them messages telling them, okay, your lending rate has dropped because inflation has dropped. That is where you are seeing the impacts. But in Nigeria, you don't see the impact. And Nigerians will continue to cook up, or the government will continue to cook up figures. I am disappointed because I've seen the National Bureau for Statistics trying to be doing a lot of things and we've seen organs of the presidency coming to condemn it. But because this one goes their way, they are not condemning it. But the ordinary Nigerians, the you and I in the market, but the you and I on the streets, the you and I that are actually going to feel this impact and not feeling this impact. So I don't think this is real.
I mean, a lot of concern about the reforms of this administration. The subsidy removal of May 29, 2023 has brought many Nigerians to where we are because owing to the fact that the inflation we have witnessed might be practically getting involved due to that action of subsidy removal. Government, on the other hand, have been making efforts to manage the aftermath of this. Do you feel that the effort is enough? The issues they had promised CNG buses that gave out palliative to Nigerians to cushion the effects of all of this. Do you feel that for about more than a year of existing almost 2 years of existing with subsidy removal, they have managed the post era of this economy, turnaround better?
For me, I might be a critic of the president and some of his policies, but believe me, all these economic policies that he has been doing as a true Nigerian, a patriotic Nigerian, I give him kudos for that. These are awesome, awesome policies. They are great policies. And the truth be told, Nigeria needs those policies. We need those policies to come up. We need them to start coming in. He has done them because these are things that should be implemented years ago, if not more than 20 years ago. That's good enough. Yes, also they are good. I think Nigerians are complaining because, when you see countries country that had these policies or country that trying to transform from where they were. If you've seen China, you saw China did it. We saw Singapore Singapore did it. We saw even India moving from where they were to where they are presently. But these are people that when you see these reforms go on, you see the government, you see everybody being part of it. I think why Nigerians are complaining is because the reforms are happening or they're trunking out these policies for these reforms. Then they are not seeing the leadership, they're not seeing the political class being part of it. You look and see some people are the one bearing the bonds, while some people think they're not bearing the bonds. And that is why people are complaining, and some of us will complain about it. But the true nature of it, if everybody is sharing and taking their own part of the burden and lifting it and bearing the carrying across, like you might say it in the local balance, if what is happening, these policies are awesome policies. And when you talk about what they're trying to do to cause to try to cushion the effect, how have they cushioned the effect? You see, when you look at the palliatives they give, are they the things they should be giving? Distributing money is not the way to give palliative to stuff like this. And those are the policies I have issues with, or things they implement I have issues with. The amount of money they are using to share palliative, you can use it to set up some cottage industries in the seas of political zones, or even make it even deeper, maybe two in each of the geopolitical zone. That would be 12 in total. Let it be companies, let it so that they can be businesses running, they can generate income. You can give somebody 1 million without telling them how to spend it, they will blow it up and they'll be broke again. But if you teach them how to make money, make the economy, make policies conducive for them to run their businesses and all that, can give them as low as 250,000. They can turn over those money and make a lot of businesses and not come back again. Those are the things I expect them to be doing. But they're not doing it because they're looking for quick wins. Yes, while you are looking for quick wins, you should look for low hanging fruit. There's what we call the low hanging fruit policies. When you look at these low hanging fruit, you pick up on them and you work on them. See, Nigeria is a blessed land. Nigeria is a blessed country. Nobody can take that away from us. All we just need to do is apply ourselves, and our political class, those in the leadership and those that are coming on the corridors of power, they need to now start thinking outside the box. I think the problem we have is we have a crop of leadership because of leaders that decide to be intellectually lazy. They are scared to think, and they are not even smart enough in their thinking. And I keep saying it, wherever thing they think they are doing, or wherever thing they think wherever thing they think they are manipulating, or wherever thing they think they are trying to get away or cut away, if they think better, they will even be more productive and they probably even get more for themselves if they just know how to think smart.
I mean, when we look at what is happening in the world, the effect of Donald Trump's coming back, and issues raising globally, many have said, what should Africa and Nigeria begin to do differently, owing to the fact that United States are already threatening that we shouldn't, issues of aid, foreign aid to the countries or the developing countries will be halted for some times. And many countries, mostly in Africa, are beginning to be panicked about the removal of foreign aids in our country. And now that we're having that move from Donald Trump, many have said America trying to put their country first. Can Africa or Nigeria begin to also see how they can put themselves together and solve their own problems? Do you feel that we are capable of, solving our own problems?
In that way, I'll start from your last statement. Nigerians are more than capable from solving our problem. We have the way, we have the ability, we have the capability, we have intelligence in individuals across board. Look, I can tell you in the 774 local governments in Nigeria, I can tell you each can bring out 50 people in each of these local governments that that can develop Nigeria with smart brains, smart individual, top 10 in the world. Just and we have it, we have the ability, but the problem is we are docile. We have decided not to do that. We have decided to be unpatriotic. We have decided to be selfish. We have decided to be lazy in our thinking. We have the ability to do that, but we are not doing that. And answering the Donald Trump question, the truth is, I don't have issue with Donald Trump. What Donald Trump is doing is what he needs to do is American force. You need to be okay before you want to take care of everybody. He's the president of America, not the president of the world. Yes, America might be the police or the big brothers of the world, but it is the American force world, and he's just trying to do trying to safeguard his own territory before he starts thinking of other people. And I think this is the right move that Africa and Nigeria needs, because it's not going to get the Nigerian leaders and the African leaders to now know that they cannot start thinking inward to bring out necessity is the mother of invention. That is what it is said. That is the saying. So people now know, okay, there's a problem. We now need to have to generate. You know how blessed how blessed Africa is. Africa is a very blessed continent, and that's why all of them want a piece of Africa. All we just need is the African leaders to take up their thinking cap. Why do we always have to go begging when we have more than enough resources to make us be okay? They're just lazy. They just want to have free money ready. They'll cut away money, they will loot, and money they will go do rubbish with. They should just get this. They should get their acts together and start doing what is right by the people.
To begin to do. Leadership has always been the question, and many have said, can we begin to look at building a sustainable structure, because we may have a vision for a better Nigeria, but I mean, where do we start from, and what structure can be built that even government comes in or go the situation or the structure is being followed? Because from all indications, there have been a lot of trials. You may look at Nigeria's democracy from for over 25 years of unbroken practice of democracy, uninterrupted. What have the leaders played and the contribution so far in getting our economy better? Do you feel that we need a good structural development or a plan to continue to sustain our economic development? Because we are afraid the reforms that have been started by this government, if after 8 years another party, or if after these 4 years another party comes in to take over, we probably are afraid that they might not continue on the plan.
Yeah, that is it. You know, our leadership recruitment, our structure is faulty, and it started because we have bad followership. We are forgetting that all these leaders that we have now, at a particular point in time, were followership, and they were followers. Sorry, they were followers. When you look at it, we are getting a result of our greed as followers. You see, the followers in Nigeria and cannot hold their leaders to accountability, because even the followers they've been corrupted. They saw their own hands because of their huge demand of constantly demanding personal gain and personal stuff from all these leaders, and they've used that to mess the whole thing up, so that when the leaders are misbehaving, we can't hold them accountable. We know that we have been the one pushing them to even be more corrupt. That is just the truth. We need to tell ourselves the truth. But now we've said that if we now want to get it right, we need to start from you and I, where we now start doing made up our mind that we're going to ask everybody that wants to lead us as low as councillors. Sorry, I'm not trying to downplay their role, but that is the lowest cadre of political offices in Nigeria today. As councillorship, to chairmanship, to the state assembly, to governorship, to the House of Reps, to the Senate, and to the presidency, wherever it is, where we now have a system where anybody that wants to be a leader has to go through one kind of leadership kind of training, a mentor-mentee program where people are being mentored to take over, in a structure. Now we have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in office. Do we have people that in APC we can say these are the people that are likely to take over from him across region or across religion in PDP. These are the likely people that are coming out, not minding whatever happened in Labour Party. These are the people in NFP, these are the people in ACN, in whatever party we have in Nigeria. These are the people. Those are the people we need to start having. In Nigeria, we don't have anybody can just come up. They want 3 years, or a year to election, and he's telling you I want to be president and he's campaigning. There's no track record. They come and tell you, oh, this person was here, this person. You'll be surprised. We don't even know who they are or they were doing this. That is wrong. We need to now start understanding that at every given time, you should be having at least 10 people, 15 people, like you say, out of these 15 people, these are the people that should be taking leadership. That is the kind of structure. And how does that happen? It happens when we have a good followers or good followership system where followers decide to do what is right, decide to do what is right, not selling their votes they sell their votes even before the electionary process, because once anybody feel as Larry to leave, anybody thinks that, oh, Larry wants to go for Senate or Larry wants to go for House of Rep. It's just an inclination. I've never happened like I didn't declare it, just maybe I do that. On the day they think I have that, everybody now starts sending you text messages of how they need 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. They make you borrow, they make all this political class borrow money, some of them go to loan money, debts to sell their properties. And when they get to office, the only thing they're thinking of is how to recoup the money they've spent and steal more for their next political voyage and all that. Then when they do that, there is no structure, because Nigerian politics and what we have presently is money back politics. Who can spend the most, not who has the best ideas, not who has the best track record, is who has the higher purchasing power. And that is the problem. You should, by now, whether you a billionaire or you're a thousandaire or you're just a moral person that happens to be in the political class, you should be having an idea of who are the top 10 people, not minding the race, not minding their sex, male or female, not minding their religion, Christian or Muslim or traditional worshiper, not minding the part of the country they are from, not minding anywhere they are from, tribes, religion. All those shouldn't be. You should just have 15 people that we know should be able to take over from the other crops of leaders, and that is how it should be, even to the Senate and to the councillorship. We should have that down, and it is something that is doable. But we have just decided everybody will be complaining, oh, they've impoverished everybody. No, it is a mindset. It's a mindset that has to come from, and that is why the National Orientation Agency needs to start doing more, because that agency seems just to be on paper. It's not doing anything. We don't see them do anything. No sensitization of the citizenry. We are just seeing nothing happens except when the election is going to happen. And then we need to now start starting that from individual homes, because the family is the bedrock of the society. What is the moral? What are the moral? The parents teaching their children. You see parents even lie, teach their children how to lie, and all that. We need to now start getting it from those axes and from those levels, as low, as little as having the family level. That is where it starts from. Then we move on. Government organs like National Orientation Agency need to start working and help people to synthesize the nation and ensure that we have a proper way where we can now start picking people and stop doing money back politics, and that we don't be doing politics of content, politics of purpose. You see what is happening in Nigeria. Tell yourself, in the past 5 electionary cycle, how many times have you seen any politician bring out something and say, this is my manifesto in a campaign rally, and they really read out those manifesto and tell you how they will arrive at the age point of those manifesto? They don't do that. In every rally, you see them bring in musician, bring in comedian. A rally for 2 hours, they will use 1 hour to abuse their opponent. They'll use 30 minutes to abuse their opponent, or 1 hour to abuse their opponent, use another 1 hour to dance. Nobody's telling you anything. End of political rally. Nobody's telling you, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to ensure, for example, I'm going to ensure there is 1 million jobs. Okay, I'm going to ensure there's 1 million jobs every year. How do you intend to create the 1 billion jobs? Is it agriculture? Are we going to be doing agriculture? Are we going to be doing empowering? Are we going to be doing? Well, they will tell you how they're going to get that 1 million job. Everybody claps because everybody's there to listen to the musician they brought and to the abuse that are going to be on the outputs.
To really talk about issues of numbers and impacts of high inflations and a way to go for Nigeria's development, which still, of course, shared by Larry, that takes leadership to resolve all of this. Thanks so much, Larry Tolu, here, political analyst and African system expert, for joining us on Big Talk tonight. We do hope to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everyone. We'll continue to track about a lot of perspective from the government and how all of this is impactful on the life of every Nigerian who daily looks forward to seeing how this country can continue to bright again. A lot have been said about economic inflation, but not just the numbers. Is this accounting better and impacting the life and the population of more than 200 million here in Nigeria, which is still a major concern. Politically and otherwise, there's a need for the leadership to get it right. But what is happening from Benue State is a crisis from the House of Assembly. The House of Assembly has been divided, some supporting the move for the removal of the Commissioner of Justice and the issues of the Attorney General of the state, the Chief Judge of the state as well. A lot of speculations and concern about that controversy. We'll try as much as possible to have an expert who will be joining us tomorrow on the show to analyze all of this development. What are the way forward for our democracy? Should the executive interfere with the judiciary? Can the legislature also stand firm and take a proper decision that without the sentiment of either the judiciary or the executive? That will be one of the crux of a matter on the show Big Talk tomorrow as we continue to analyze all of that development. Thanks so much for joining us on the show tonight. My name is Siddiqui Michael. See you again.